What is up, everybody? I hope you're having a wonderful day. I've been playing, Tactics Ogre quite a bit more recently, and I've come into this problem where a few of the classes that I truly love and I think are really strong and really good, I find myself not using them anymore. And these are classes that are still viable even late game. In my opinion, they're still viable, and they were viable through the whole game. And like I said, they are classes I enjoy. I think they are very strong in their own right. I have nothing against them, but I don't find myself using them. So what classes am I talking about? Well, the first one might come as a surprise to a lot of you, and it's even a surprise to me. I am not running my Teran hardly at all anymore. And I can't really figure out why I don't. Well, I guess if I really think about it, there's a couple reasons. One is just how slow the Teran is, which is the biggest issue with the Teran. With all the good I can say about it, that's the main negative, is its RT is the abysmal. Probably the worst in the game almost. I don't know, there might be like a slower class, but man, it is up there with the slowest RT. And I've been finding myself focusing more on ranged combat, more than anything. And while I'll agree, Fear is probably one of the best debuffs in the game. If I bite my tongue because I almost want to say it's the best debuff in the game, but it really depends. But it's so good. It's literally a breach. It's literally you lower their defense and their attack. It's just it's so good. Fearful Impact and Lambent of the Dead. You just run that, just slam that all day, and that's all you do. Plus the Teran can take some hits. I really like the Teran. It doesn't cut it. It doesn't cut it. And the reason why it doesn't cut it is because, as many of you know, you got a lot of the later battles, you're kind of restricted on your party. Some of them make you have 6 units. Some make you have 7, 8, 9, maybe 10. I'm finding very rarely am I getting access to 12 units. And that's partially the reason why the unit's getting cut. And it sucks, but you got to make cuts. And and you got the Claymore, and you got Breach on here. So good. I love the Teran, but like I said, I just don't have room for it. And with how slow he is, and how I prioritize ranged mostly, and I need room for the White Knights. It used to be the 2 White Knights and the Teran were always there, but if I had to cut one, I would cut the Teran over one of the White Knights. So that's kind of why. If I could have 12 people party all the time, 12 unit parties, I think the Teran would still be there. Now, the second unit that I've cut, which is also very good, is the Archer. Now, there's a lot of debate about the Archer. Some people think it's just useless now because of how, it doesn't deal 1,000 damage to everything it hits and one-shots everything. But I still think the Archer is a very strong class. I think it's very good throughout the majority of the game even. And I think a lot of people disregard it because it's not dealing a crap ton of damage when it hits units. It still will deal a good amount of damage against squishy units. It's people that target armored units like Knights or Terror Knights or bosses or units that can take beatings are not good targets for the Archer. And I think the best way to play the Archer is give it a status bow of some type. I have a silenced bow. And use it as a long-range debuffer, a long-range status inflictor, That's how I play it when I have it. And with Eagle Eye and Engulf, we're getting shots pretty far across the map. We're proccing our debuff almost on every hit. Almost every turn, and I feel like that's the way you play the Archer. But it's kind of funny because I say I prefer range, but I'm not using the Archer. Well, I find a lot of the spells out there to be really good. Like summons and stuff, and the Archer doesn't have access to those or any spells. And, if I want to debuff, which, honestly, I'm killing stuff so fast, there's no reason to debuff. I'm going to be honest. I love debuffing stuff and messing them up, but why waste a unit's turn inflicting a status condition only for my next 2 units to wipe that unit out, So that's kind of how I am with the debuff train right now. My opinion will probably change later, especially when I get further in Palace of the Dead, way deeper in, or get into harder content like Sambranza and stuff. But currently, stuff is dying quick enough that I don't need to debuff it, and I'd rather just do more damage that turn instead of wasting a turn either healing or debuffing. Unless the debuff's already factored into the attack in some way, then I'm okay. So that's kind of why I'm not using the Archer, because there's just better ranged options. and I'm not really trying to debuff that much, and that's kind of what the archer does pretty well. Now, speaking of debuffing, which is important in the game, another class I find myself not using is the ninja. And I really like the ninja. I think the ninja is one of the best debuffers in the game, with, Be Numb and Envenom and all their little ninjutsu skills that give them pretty much any ranged or melee attack the ability to inflict a condition on an enemy. And I like using, blow guns, because, we got charm on this one, just to have another option for a debuff. And, that's kind of my style of ninja, is just be doing as much debuffing as possible, whether it's with, a blow dart gun or whatever. And it's just, it's good. It's good. And I also like the blow dart finishers. I think they're pretty nice too. Some of the blow dart finishers, I do enjoy them. Even though I don't have that many on this guy here, I only have one. But don't let this be me saying the ninja's bad. Like, I think the ninja's great. Like, there's some crazy builds. Once you get, I don't even have the best weapons I can get on him, and you can get some of those and really wreak havoc just as a debuff machine. But I run into a couple problems with the ninja as well. One, they're very squishy, which kind of stinks. Now, I got ninjutsu, which is, ninjutsu's okay. I think some people kind of underrate ninjutsu. They're kind of like summons, but like a weaker version of summons. Does that make sense? I don't know. I feel like ninjutsu is like a weaker version of summons, and it's kind of neat. I don't really use them a whole lot, but they remind me of summons, I guess. Maybe because the icon is the same. But yes, ninja to me, like I said, I have ranged options. It's not like that's not the case. It's just, I think it's another one of those cases kind of with Teran where you got to make cuts. And even if I could do 12, I'm going to be honest, I probably wouldn't run a ninja unless it was under certain conditions. Now, granted, if I really want to do some heavy debuffing and get a lot of conditions on the field, I would run a ninja. I mean, you got great movement, great jump. The RTs, my ninja's RT's a little high. I don't know if that's a ninja thing. Never really paid attention to it. Yeah, ninja kind of has some high RT. I mean, if you look at Teranite, we're pushing 100 on a ninja. You would think a ninja would have lower RT. Must be my gear. Maybe I think I have outfitted in too much heavy gear. I haven't ran my ninja in a long time, so he's probably not optimally set up. So maybe disregard my RT comment about the ninja. I might be wrong on that. I'm sure you pro ninja players out there have way better RT gear to utilize the mobility and speed of the ninja. I feel like that's the way to do it too. So disregard that. Maybe I'm wrong on the RT. Probably am. But at the end of the day, I just wanted to say these three classes, they're all amazing classes. They are all top of the line. They're great for in-game content. They're even great for the majority of content in the game. Like, when you get access to these units, I used a Teranite pretty much from Chapter 2 all the way till now. I used an archer, even though people dislike the archer to a degree. I had an archer almost in every party. And ninja, I probably swapped out more than both of those. Ninja was not always in the party. But ninja, I found some strengths with the ninja, I found some secrets out. I found that their little, proc weapons like Envenom and Be Numb, it triggers on ranged weapons as well, not just melee. So, that's super cool. But at the end of the day, like I said, these are the guys I had to cut, and I kind of miss them. I kind of regret it, but I gotta be running what's good and what I enjoy, and I'll probably go back to them. Like, I don't think I'd ever not use them. Trust me, there's a lot of classes I wouldn't use, but it's not these guys. But I'm curious, what do you guys think? What classes did you really like that are really good that you're not using that much anymore? If you made it to the video, if you made it this far, you might see this comment and maybe put them down below. I'll know who made it to the end of the video, I guess. And if you did make it this far, thank you for watching. I appreciate you almost dedicating 10 minutes of your time to listen to me ramble about 3 classes that I don't find very useful in my parties right now, even though they are very good classes. So like I said, I'm curious what ones you guys had to drop out, what ones you're not using that are still very good and very viable. You're just like, I just don't got room. I just can't make it work right now. Thank you all again. I appreciate it. Thank you for watching. Love all the support. Keep it coming, guys. I hope to keep making Tactics Ogre videos in the future, even though the videos are really falling off hard. I'm also biding my time for more games coming out. I'm going to cover more SRPGs and strategy games and all that kind of stuff. So hopefully you like more games than just Tactics Ogre. I will always try to cover Tactics Ogre, but I've made almost 150 videos, and it's getting really hard to keep making content for a game that doesn't get new content. Some of my videos repeat themselves, and I apologize for that, you know, but at the end of the day, I try to get creative and come up with stuff. Eventually, I do want to review every class in the game, every unit. Probably not going to review them at level 50 because I'm trying to make the game a little bit rougher by just staying at level 40 and trying to do higher level content. So I don't know if I'm going to break that barrier to raise my union level yet. I don't know if I want to do that, but we'll see where that goes. But again, thank you for all the love and support. Hope to see you in the next one. Later, guys. Peace out. Have a good one.